Script writing saved my ass in 2023. Yes, this video is going to dismantle script writing from start to the scratch, beginner friendly. So you have to sit tight and watch this video to the end if you want to write your first script that will be possibly shot as a movie or as a film. Let's go. Hey, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you haven't joined the family, I don't know what you're waiting for to join the family and become a part of this great family where I share my tips on how to make money online, my writing journey, and basically my lifestyle. So you're very welcome to my YouTube channel. So what we are going to be doing today, I'm going to be properly formatting a script for you so you can know how to do it. So this is a video that is so many people have asked me to do, and I just want to do this video to make sure that you are formatting your script the right way and not the wrong way. You understand me? So now basically I will suggest you use the fade in app. Let me go to the app to show you. This is how the app is. The fade in app, let me just type in fade in so you will know how it is when you want to download it. This is how it is. Fade in mobile basic. Now this is the app you're to use. Okay, so now let's go back to what we are going to do. So now I'm going to be giving you an example on how to format a script with your mobile phone. You don't even need a laptop for this, you understand, except you want to use Final Draft, you understand. But if you don't have if you can't afford Final Draft, you can use the free fade in app to format your script, you understand. Now one thing you should know about script writing is that it is actually, you can actually make a lot of money from it, more than even ghostwriting. I was saying script writing is something that you can actually start 2024 and you can make a lot of money from it, but you have to learn it first, you understand me. It is not ghostwriting that you're actually going to be doing more of telling than showing, but in script writing you're actually just giving us a little, you're not even giving us details, you understand. If somebody is wearing for example, a character is wearing an angry, maybe an angry look or an angry face, you understand, you don't need to just tell us that the person is boiling in anger, or the person is putting on a blue eye, the person has a blue eye, the person is putting on a purple dress. You don't need to go in details, you just need to give us something that summarizes that person's character, you understand me. That is by the way. Let's dive into the video on what we are about to do. So now this particular script, I will just be talking about some terms in script writing. Some terms in script writing you need to know as a beginner starting out, you understand. The first, if you come to your fading app, you find out that the way you format it with these abbreviations, with these abbreviations or these letters. I will tell you what each and every one of them mean. For the S means scene heading. Your scene heading or your slug line. Scene heading or your slug line can be, for example, when is the scene taking place, where is it taking place, when is it taking place, and what time is it taking place. For example, if you're watching a movie, some movies are shot at night, some movies are shot in the daytime, you understand. So for example, if it's taking place in the daytime, you have to put int, which is what? Interior. Now let me show you an example of that. You can see int, which is what? Interior. That will tell the producer, or tell the people, or the director that okay, this particular film script will be shot inside the house or inside a particular place, you understand me. Then the next thing you should do is either is interior int or exterior ext. Now ext tells you that it is going to be shot outside, so take note of those things. These are what should be found in your slug line or your scene heading. Now the next thing that should be found in your slug line or scene heading is where is it taking place. Is it in someone's bedroom? For example, we can say int dot Alex bedroom. Now that scene will take place in Alex bedroom. If it's going to take place in a forest, you can say est because it's exterior, ext dot forex. You understand me? So it depends on where it's going to take place, so you have to indicate. Then another thing again is you have to now tell us the time. Is it day or night? I want you to keep it professional. You don't need to start telling us 11:30, 10:30, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, because your producer will not wait for you for the time to be 8 o'clock before they're going to shoot that particular movie or that particular scene. You understand? So you just need to keep it simple, either day or night, so that it can be in the hand of the producer to decide if he's going to shoot the movie in the night or in the day. You understand? If they're going to shoot it maybe by 12 o'clock, is their business. So far they're shooting it in the morning, or they're shooting it during the daytime, whatever time they shoot it is none of your business. You just need to keep it simple, day or night. You understand me? So that is that for the slug line or the scene heading. The next thing is the action. A stands for action. Action is what is happening in that particular scene. Give us a brief description of what is going to happen. Let me show you. For example, you can see, if you read this first line, it's just a brief description. You understand? In a mediocre town, void of night, just light, 12 hours a day, 24 hours in 2 days, with no traces of darkness, full stop. Everyone lives clueless, believing that one day a change might come. That is just like a description, not an action though. Is a description or a normal text of what that particular scene is going to turn out to be. So that is where this N comes in. If you look at this N stands for normal text. So you can use this N for this particular part of your script. You understand me? Then the next one is transition. You can see this cut to I wrote here. It is used in script writing, in script when you're writing your script, to let the producer know when to cut and when to continue. You understand me? So what is it called? We call it cut to. So I'm going to explain what it is all about. You understand me? So now, one thing you need to know about this particular, when you're using cut to, is that you use cut to when you are moving from one particular location to another particular location. For example, you started a scene in the bedroom and you want to move from the bedroom to the sitting room. So you can now use cut to. So you're cutting from the bedroom to the sitting room. That's when you use cut to. You understand me? So it's a transition. They call it transition. T here stands for what? Transition. So when you want to move, when you want to write, that's change your location from the sitting room to the bedroom or whatever scene. If you want to change location in that same particular scene, you can use cut to. You understand me? That's to tell the producer that okay, we are still shooting the same scene, but we want to change location. So that's why we are using cut to. You understand me? So it's a transition. So make sure you don't need to just start spacing your work. You just need to tap on transition, and immediately it will shift by itself to transition, and it will format it for you. You understand me? So that is it. Then if you look at, let me scroll down. Let's say you want to, C here stands for character. Let's say you want to write your character, and another thing you should take note of when you're writing a movie script is that no two characters should have the same voice, should have the same tone, or should have the same character, the same attributes or the same characteristics. You understand me? For example, no two characters should bear the same name. No two characters their name should not start with the same letter. For example, Jessica and Joanna. It is not allowed in script writing. You have to make everybody distinct. Do you understand me? Except you're writing an interactive story. But if you're writing a movie script, you don't want them to be confusion because most of these characters' name are being abbreviated into the first initials, first, second, third, later initials. You understand me? So most times you don't need to confuse us by using C, and this other character is also his name is also starting with C. This person's name is also starting with C. So you need to change it. Is it that you're going with Caroline and Daniel, or you're going with something different? You understand me? Another thing again, you should make sure that their name is not kind of rhyming together. For example, Bao and Carl. thou and cow. These names can cause a little confusion when they are when in the production team or whatever. So you should make sure that they are distinct, and no two characters should sound the same. Give them something unique for the viewers to talk about. If this one is wicked, then make this one shy. If this character is very weak, is mean, then and this character is also mean, try to make them to form alliances together. Try to make them to join forces together to form great characters, to form a great team of characters. You understand me? So instead of you to just making 5 people or 6 people wicked at the same time in a particular movie, you understand me, you can just make them form a strong alliance. You understand me? So if you give them a unique voice, that whereby they are talking, they have a unique voice on their own, it will make us remember that particular character. A typical example is this movie trending, A Tribe Called Judea. If you find out that if you look at all those 5 sons, all of them have a unique character and a unique trait that make us remember one of the character, even if we see their name anywhere now, for example maybe on Instagram or any platform where they're advertising their movie or whatever, we can be able to say, okay, this is the one thing we know this character for. This character is a thief, or this character steals. You understand me? So it just makes the character stand out from the rest. You understand me? So that is what you should be taking note of, so that you be professional in your script. All right. So now when you tap on character, you find out that it will automatically move to the middle. You understand? It will move by itself. You don't need to just start spacing your work. This is what this app is meant for. It's going to format your work for you. You understand me? Then parenthetical. Use parenthetical when you want to talk about a little description. I see people make this mistake a lot. You don't tell us what the character is saying before using parenthetical. You use parenthetical first. This is parenthetical. This thing in brackets is called parenthetical. Use it first before telling us what the character is saying. For example, if you write Alex column, you put your column, then you now start telling us what Alex is saying. Let's say Alex entered the room and just started talking. You understand? He's not going to give us this kind of vibe that you actually know what you're doing. If Alex entered the room and something happens, let's say he felt a kind of way, you need to show us how he felt in your parenthetical. If he entered the room and felt so nervous, so tired, show us in the parenthetical before telling us what Alex is going to say in that particular scene. You understand me? So you don't need to just start talking what he's going to say. Tell us how he felt. Tell us, you understand me, before you now start saying what he's going to say, and make sure you put it in the parenthetical. You understand me? Then the next one is dialogue. Dialogue is this D stands for dialogue. Dialogue is what the person is going to say, the character is going to say. So that is called dialogue. So once you tap on dialogue, it's going to shift to the position where you have your dialogue, and you're going to write the dialogue for that person is trying to say. You understand me? So this is going to be a very detailed video. If you're getting value already from this video, you have to click on the subscribe button to subscribe to my YouTube channel and turn on post notification, because I'm going to be bombarding you with content that's going to blow your mind off this new season. Now the next we're going to do is number T. Okay, T stands for transition. I've talked about that. S stands for short. Many people don't normally use this one a lot, but you can actually implement it in your own scripts. N stands for normal text, and A stands for formatting. Now if you want to make the text bold, let's say you want to make your slug line bold, you want to put it on italics. Many people in ghostwriting, when they are formatting their scripts, most times those things the person is saying they're supposed to put in parenthetical, you can put it in italics. It depends on you. If you want to underline some words, it depends on you. Maybe you want to underline your title page, the title of your script, then you next thing that should follow is written by, then your email address at the left hand corner, then your name and your phone number. So it depends on what you want to do. So please, if you're getting value, give this video a like and share it to somebody that needs to see it. Okay, now make sure if you have not joined the family, you need to join the family so you don't miss out. Okay, now without further ado, let's continue. There's another thing I want to say in this video, and that is transitions. We are still talking about transition. Now I talked about cut to. There's another thing again I did not talk about, which I'm going to talk about. It is called OS, OC and VO. Now these are abbreviations you need to know. OC stands for, I'll show you where I use it in my script. I use it in a particular place in my script. OC stands for off camera, OS stands for off screen, and VO stands for voiceover. Now you need to know what these abbreviations are in script writing, so that you can be able to, when the producer is saying something, is this character supposed to say this particular line using a voiceover or whatever. You understand? You'll not be confused. You need to know all those terms, and you mustn't put all of them in a particular scene. If the voiceover is not voiceovering, forgive me for that, you don't need to put in a particular scene. You use voiceover when you want to talk about, for example, many people use it when they are trying to think about something. You understand me? Let's say now, for example, you're starting a movie, the beginning of your movie, and you want to just tell us a little thing about the movie. You can use a voiceover. You understand? Whereby maybe you're writing the cast or the people that acted the movie, you're trying to display it on your screen. While you're displaying it, a voiceover can be telling us what the movie is going to be about. You understand? Something like that. That's why you use voiceover. Most times you can use voiceover when you are thinking about something, when you're soliloquizing, something like that. You understand? It's just a voiceover that your mouth won't actually be moving, but we're going to be hearing some sound. You understand me? So that is voiceover. You understand? So you will not actually be seeing the person talking. Most times you can see the person talking, but most times you can just you'll be hearing the sound, but you cannot actually visualize the person. Most times you can do, but on a considerable amount of times you can't. Now another thing again is off screen. Off screen, which is OS, stands for when you're talking. For example, you can see this person said, "There is nothing here. Fuck. Could I be hallucinating again?" You understand? So now you can see this particular part of this dialogue. There is nothing here. Off screen. That's an off screen. That's something he said, and it falls under OS, which is off screen. Why is it OS? Because the camera is showing us what he's trying to say. Imagine somebody entered the room and said, "There is nothing here." The moment he said that there is nothing here, the camera is not focused on him. The camera is focused on the environment to confirm if there is actually nothing there. That is where you now use OS. Because OS, he said that thing when the camera was not focused on him, but he was in that particular scene. You understand? So he's off screen because he is not focused. The camera is not focused on him, but you heard him say something. Instead, the camera is focused on what he was actually saying to confirm if it is true. So that's why you use OS. Then for OC, off camera, from the name off camera, you should know. Off camera is when the person is not in the camera, is not in the scene. Let me just put it that way. It is not in that particular scene at that particular moment, but you can hear the person talk. Do you understand me? So that is it. You need to know when you're putting all these transitions in your scripts. And if you want to learn script writing, if you need some templates on how to start writing good scripts that do not suck, major balls, you need to comment down below you're interested, and I'm going to send you 5 samples of scripts you need to use to model and learn how to start writing scripts. I'll send you the TV script sample, I'll send you the interactive story sample, and I'll also send you short story sample. I'll send you a Hollywood script sample, and I'll send you a Nollywood script sample, and also comic script sample. So anyone you want, comment down below this is the one you want, and you will get it right away. If you got value from this video, make sure you click on the like button and subscribe to my YouTube channel so you don't want to miss out on my content like this. It's a little bit long, but I believe you have gotten enough value so you can get started in writing that first script of yours. And make sure you don't forget about it. There is actually a creativity inside of you waiting for you to make it spring forth. Now go get started and write your first script. All right, see you in my next video. Love you.